IGN's Rewind Theater brought to you by Destiny, coming spring 2014. Pre-order now for exclusive access to the beta.
What's up, everyone? Vincent Janito here, and I am sitting with Dave Verfaillie from Double Helix. He's the design director on Killer Instinct. Dave, how you doing today?
Very good, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you. Right now, we're looking at the big gameplay trailer for Orchid, one of the most beloved characters in the Killer Instinct franchise. Very excited about what we're going to see. Maybe you can shed some light on what's going on screen. So first up, we see she has her flick flack back from the old days. Okay, now right there we see the first little interesting bit after the flick flack. She's got right here. She goes into this slide. So it looks like it's going to hit low, but tell me about some other properties this might have too.
Yeah, so this is a knee slide. It does hit low, and in fact, the vulnerable boxes are low enough that it'll go under fireballs and even some moves like Glacius's Lance.
Oh, wow, nice. So at certain ranges, then it's going to be tough for characters like Glacius or even maybe Jago to use some of their spacing tools safely. Then.
Correct.
Cool, awesome. All right, so let's move right along and see some more of this. Nice, she goes right into a combo. More flick flack just for the heck of it. Ooh, okay, so now we saw something very interesting right there. I don't know if we've ever seen that before, so let's play that through. Is this Killer Instinct's very first air throw, Dave?
Yes, it is. It is.
That's awesome. So how does that work? Is it breakable? How does this affect combo scaling? Because it looks like she gets a wall bounce after a ground bounce afterwards.
She gets a ground bounce.
And a follow-up. So tell me, how's that going to affect combo scaling and the KV system?
So it works by just hitting light punch, light kick in the air, like any other throw. Mm-hmm. And then it is a throw that does significant damage, but it is scaled because it is non-techable. Unlike a ground throw, you can't tech the air throw.
Right.
So the damage is scaled. And then you get the ground bounce afterwards, and the ground bounce is enough to follow up with, a pretty decent juggle. Cool.
So, but you can't do auto doubles or anything off that ground bounce?
No, it does not. The ground bounce doesn't reset the combo as an opener. It's considered a juggle state just after like a launcher.
Gotcha. Awesome. Sounds good. And then moving on, we got something else that's really nice coming up here too. So that ender right there, that's let's back up there. What was that ender? It looked like a move that she didn't have really before.
Well, yeah, this is the Air Buster ender. So this is her basically her Dragon Punch-esque ender. It does damage, so it's her damage ender. When you really want damage at the end of the combo, this is the ender you go to.
Cool. And in Killer Instinct, there's all different kinds of enders that do different things for you.
Correct.
Damage. There's a battery ender, right? That'll gain you a lot of meter. So you have different properties. So this is the one you want when you just want to max out the damage.
Correct.
Cool. And she's just styling here. Okay, now right there, we're gonna back that up a second. That looked interesting to me. To about 45. So after this ender,
so this is the Rekka ender.
Okay, this is her off her each Nissan, right?
Yep.
Her Rekka moves. Now it seems like right after this, it seems like she gets into the air very quickly, and then follows up with an air throw. Now, how did she get into the air that quickly after that ender?
Very keen eye. This ender is actually jump cancelable, so it's one of the special properties of this move. We did that to give opportunities to go into her air throw.
Oh, that's awesome, and I'm sure you could probably jump up and do some other follow-ups as well.
Yep.
Is that jump cancelable on block as well?
No.
It's an ender.
So
it's an ender, so you wouldn't have hit it on block anyway. Silly me. Silly question. All right, well, that's really cool. I love anything jump cancelable. Oh, my God, and that's what everyone wanted to see. Let's back up again and just see that one more time. Right to 40. Yeah, here. What is this? Oh, yes. And that's what everyone wanted to know is, will Orchid still turn into the Fire Cat, or will it just be a pet of hers? There we have confirmation. So what's that move there? That looks like a shadow move. What's it the shadow version of?
Exactly. This is the shadow version of the knee slide. So it takes one stock meter, but when you do it, you're completely projectile invulnerable. And it has a pretty fast startup, and it just looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
You can use it as a linker also in a combo, so a great way to sort of bust up some big damage.
Yeah, and in other news, you're a cat. And that's on fire, and that's just amazing. So cool. So glad to see the Fire Cat is back, but that's not all we're going to see of the Fire Cat. We're going to see a little more Fire Cat action right here. Okay, so she's got a Fire Cat on screen, and she's following it up behind it. Now, At first, I thought this was just some kind of a projectile move that she could use that was like a long startup and just really fast recovery. But what is this actually? Explain to me. My mind is being blown right now, Dave.
This is actually a really tricky setup that Rich put together. So basically what he did was started instinct mode.
Okay, so let me back up. Let me back up there to when that. So you're saying right here she's going into instinct mode?
Exactly.
Okay, so that's instinct mode activation.
And when you activate instinct mode, you send out a fire cat that basically acts like a projectile.
Okay.
So it goes across the skiing. It stays on even if you get hit. It will hit. It will juggle. It's a great sort of projectile. And then what Rich is doing here that's extra tricky is he's following that up with a knee slide of his own. So this is going to hit twice in rapid succession.
Yeah, so if the person's not checking their legs when this happens, they're going to get opened up for a big combo probably. That's so sweet. And then, so she can only throw out the one cat when she activates, or how does that work?
Okay, great question. So in instinct mode, so her instinct mode lasts 15 seconds. She can throw out a cat whenever there's not one on the screen. So it works sort of like Jago's projectile. And there's a little bit of a cooldown if you do it super close, but really relatively quick. And she does it by hitting heavy punch, heavy kick, just like you were activating instinct mode.
Incredible. So it gives her a little bit of a ranged option that she doesn't normally have.
Yeah, it is ranged, but to be honest, my favorite uses of it are actually up close. So there's two great uses you can use. You can use it to make moves safe. You can use it to set up weird cross-ups. It is just an all-around really good pressure move.
And looks, again, freaking awesome because you can just summon cats whenever you really feel like it. So let's move on through. Upper cat. We have an upwards moving cat. We have a cat ender there. Was that a cat ender?
Yeah, so this is, you remember we saw the airbuster ender, the damage ender?
Yes.
This is the shadow version of that. Well, actually, this is her ultra ender. So when you instant cancel her ultra, this is what happens. The cat comes out, jumps over her, and finishes the match.
Okay. Because for what I thought was that maybe there was this was a wall splat ender.
No, that's the ultra cancel ender.
Oh, okay. You do have those wall splat enders though in this game, where you can continue combos afterwards.
Yeah, and she's actually got one also. Her knee slide, if you do it as a non-shadow move, that ender will do a wall splat.
Cool. So let's just see some of this cat action again. Ah, so cool. Cat uppercuts are the best kind of uppercuts. The ultra. She's styling with those rods. Oh, that's such an awesome shot of her. That is amazing.
Yeah,
like that must have taken forever to get right.
This one took a while to get right, but and you see the animation she's doing is actually her taunt, so you can do that anytime in game. Bring up the cat. It looks just really cool.
That's incredible. All right, so we're going to let this play through because there's something coming up after Orchid's big premiere that people want to know about. Wait for it. Xbox One, but wait for it. Oh, that voice sounds familiar, Dave. Who is it? As I live and breathe, it is Spinal. Excellent, a classic character that everyone was hoping would come back. And here we are on Halloween Day, and there it is for you. We have Spinal. Now, as exciting as this is, there's something I really want to pinpoint about this. So, his shield looks like it has little, almost tentacles coming off it. And they're moving. That's really interesting. And the little runes, little like glyphs around the edge of it. It's like it has magic properties. I know that in the original Killer Instinct, you could do things with your shield, reflect things, and absorb certain moves. Can we maybe expect some similarly interesting mechanics surrounding the shield?
We can expect a lot of cool things. I think his shield is a big part of his character. There is going to be some cool stuff that happens with the shield.
What kind of cool stuff, Dave? The kind that we can't talk about yet?
The kind that we can't talk about yet. But what I will say is I think from the way it was envisioned, it's like really from the mast of a ship, so there's story behind it, the way it behaves and the way it moves. The design team has spent a lot of time making this a fully fledged character that we're excited in the future to share more details about.
Well, we're excited too. We're not going to push you for any more. We understand there's limits to what you can reveal today, but Dave, thank you so much for joining us. This is really exciting. I hope everyone at home has enjoyed. And remember, guys, for everything that you want to know about Killer Instinct approaching the November 22nd launch, keep it locked right here to IGN.